anyways, getting into the tank picks, FHS on attack here. The IS bringing an IS-7 Kron, 2 Krons, a VZ, a Bad Chat, and the legendary Chase T100. You have to remember that once Chase actually 1v1'd Nexus on this map, Nexus was up 800 HP and lost to Chase. So probably one of the better T100 players in the league. And then against them on defense, Jack is AFK bringing a E100, 2 IS-7s, a Bad Chat, an STB1, and a Sturv.
The Sturv with Brett. Brett probably saying something along the lines of, I'm going to play a Sturv.
Right.
Put me in a Sturv. We'll win. I bang, bang, bang.
Bang,
6k
bang, bang.
damage. Easy win. Floppy doing the scout loop. Some of these things are fun. I'm just remembering some of the... I mean, Ox right there in the 100. Ox is a really good roommate to have overseas. Very quiet sleeper. Doesn't wake you up in the middle of the night. Doesn't scream at you.
He looks like he's really into hygiene too. Like I remember meeting Ox. He's a
cleanly guy.
He's a very clean, nice nice. He has like a nice I don't know what you call it because I don't have that kind of hair. No, I'm talking about his hair.
The way he's got like slicked. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like gelled or something. Maybe not gelled.
I don't think it's gel.
Care of his appearance.
He did because his appearance. Like he has the really nice hair. He got like those really good. Like you could tell he took time to pick his glasses. Because they just fit on his face really.
Ox has like a flat tone to him, where he has this like if you've ever seen like comedy and stuff and like the way that people deliver he has that perfect flat delivery whenever he's saying something.
Yeah, I think that's why Ox and like Brett get along. They're both like sarcastic. Like
yes, absolutely.
Where like Ox is more subtle and like Brett is just like really direct with it.
Ox is incredibly subtle. Brett is anything but subtle. Brett, I had a long discussion with him. I think it was in Russia. And he is very anti-mushrooms. Like he hates everything about mushrooms. Yes, I mean exactly. Who has a very powerful opinion one way or the other on mushrooms? Right, Brett does. Like that. That's I
had a babysitter make me eat cold spaghetti. And I literally couldn't touch like anything with tomato paste in it until I was like an adult. It was so traumatic because I ended up eating cold spaghetti and then throwing up. It was very, very traumatizing. But anyways,
I think just splitting them up. Yeah, we're just guys. This is Monday, and we're just like this is normally a Friday stream that we would do stuff like this.
But now I like tomato paste. Now it's like okay now. But it was just like one of those things. You know what I mean? Where
still does not like mushrooms. It's not okay.
I don't know if I actively go out of the way to eat mushrooms, but I don't think I mind them.
I don't feel like I do either, but yeah, it's like Coma like here in this hold down really powerful. They didn't position someone in K0, but FHS doing what a lot of teams have been doing, splitting like it's 4-2, but really one of them's going either way with the VZ in the middle. The 2 tanks in the north, just because the defensive team can't really take A3-4 without going all the way to like D2. Like so. Right. They in order to catch those tanks, they'd have to have vehicles that are fast enough to be able to pick them and then get back, in which case they can't protect H0. And unless you had a bunch of Bad Chats and the like, it's not even really an option. So Knight being able to play and Vova being able to play just kind of in ways that you wouldn't.
Didn't we see like Dodo here, but he actually could shoot over because it's a mouse and he knows weird things. Yeah, and he knows weird things about angles.
Ox played the mouse a lot back.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not playing a mouse.
And he was one of the, if not the best mouse players I'd seen. And
yeah, I would say that too.
He memed and joked because I talked to him in scrims and I usually watched him a lot of times in scrims.
Oh yeah, did he try to, when you asked him for advice about a mouse, he would be like, you just press the...
He just says you just full hard snap, full bloom, and then you hard rotate back.
Right,
and,
he'd be like, press it.
Yeah.
He said
you
just
gotta like aim.
Yeah, he was like, you gotta press the A, D key harder than them.
And if I remember right, he hated every second of it too, playing it. As with just about everyone else during mouse meta.
Yeah.
Chase in his T100, driving around, gonna flex to the north, it looks like. But again, a theme of these matches, there's
Captain Jack sees Fishy trying to cross. He gets a shot up, but he doesn't pin. Fishy coming in. I think Vervi even tried to get a shot as well and missed. I think if I'm seeing that right.
So you see Fishy's route here. He's accepting the shots from where Coma and Captain Jack are, but if he goes a little bit more to the left where it looks safer, he's just exposing himself to an easy shot from Very.
It looks like he's trying to get up here to get shots on Coma. I don't think he can, though. Coma looks like he's tucking in. But now he's going to get shots on Captain Jack because Captain Jack got lit by the T100. He gets both off and he misses.
Ooh, that is not good. That's one of the weaknesses of the VZs. We've seen it fall out of favor a lot. If it's not able to connect both of its shots in its clip, all of a sudden it becomes a lot weaker. But that's not like a decisive push moment.
Poking there and
now he takes shots with very low roll.
Yeah.
You need every last bit of HP on attack.
Especially on attack on Sand River. That is to say, I don't know if Jack has ever won an attack on Sand River against another, what we would consider top team.
I feel like I saw them in tiebreakers on Sand River a bunch, and I'm trying to remember their normal matches, but I feel like it was always near the beginning of the season, or was like the last map in the pick.
I feel like their map is I feel like it's always the third map picked for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, Chase getting
Coma.
He just kind of went in there for it. He went that closer angle, and Captain Jack getting some damage off on him, maybe, or it might have been the Sturv.
And now Jack is AFK saying 2 minutes remaining. We need to kind of tighten up, but Chase is on the cap.
I think they just win this defense because they could easily run down time.
Yeah, they need Chase to build up enough cap points, and then they need to throw someone else on and just kind of hope that it works. Otherwise, they need to kill everyone. But they have killed the I-7, so maybe it is time to... Or they need to just kill a couple people and then get a lot on cap.
To be honest with you...
Pushing all the way into the A-line is going to take
I don't think Flounder should be shooting the C-100. I think he needs to try to keep... Like, him and Demonic...
They need to kill the STB.
Yeah, they need to keep the STB down or kill him. If they kill Ox... So this would be the play.
Yep.
Vova kills
and the T100 is staying on the cap during this. He's staying on the cap and getting points.
Oh my god, they killed Vova. Oh no, they killed Vova. I was gonna say they could have had Vova. Yeah. I was gonna say they could have had Vova kill the E100 and then get out and then get the second on cap, right? They need 2 on cap. Like Flounder needs to get on cap.
Yeah, they have to kill Captain Jack and then just get on. And
but the problem is they have that bad chat coming back.
It's
just I think it's just GG.
The Bat will struggle a little bit to get all the resets, but yeah, it's floppy. If there's anyone that's going to land a shot, it's going to be him. He's got 12 seconds on his reload. And actually, you're right. Like, I don't like Flounder taking those shots necessarily because they needed to be putting on the pressure.
He just needed to drive at this Bat instead of taking these shots.
He just needed to be on the cap during this and getting something. But then again, the I-7...
He's big enough to where he could actually have shielded the T100.
But there's no way that Floppy doesn't get this here.
Yeah.
Actually, the box is in the way, but the reset comes from the IS-7, and Jack's AFK will come out on top. Just like FHS did on Himmelsdorf, Jack is AFK this time on Sand River.
Yeah.
And taste their own medicine. They used the clock well, and although they picked the IS-7, it was with, 3 minutes left? And then they just didn't react fast enough. They kind of tried to do 2 things. Maybe if they had their T100 instead of being on cap, maybe if he was up there helping clean things up instead. I mean, it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
True.
I'm not saying that it was the wrong call. I'm saying it's the, after the things you see and know, but I'm not certain I would have necessarily made that call correctly.
I don't want to talk about this match with Flounder because he will tell me every minute detail. Who sneezed on 2 minutes and 30 seconds, why it couldn't have worked. He'll pull up a strat sketch. I love him to death, but if you talk about like a loss, you go, oh, you could have did this. He'd be like, actually. He's like,
Demonic
actually,
3K
the stars aligned.
Again, solid though.
Yeah.
Flounder almost 3K with 2 kills as well. Fishy 2600. Then we saw Vova get picked after he was driving in his bat, but he got out 1200 and got the kill shot onto Ox's E100.
I really think
that
that
1800. Chase only
right.
the kill shot on the I7.
Right. I really think that if they would have took out the guys close, the way Knight, Vova, and Fishy were playing aggro and North, if they would have just took out the STB close and just got 3 on cap, the only person that would have made it back would have been the Bad Chat, right? And he wouldn't have been able to actually kill like Vova. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have been able to kill Vova because he would have had to like instantly go back. And so I think it would have been a weird dynamic because the E100 would have then got picked because he probably would have been by himself. Does that make sense? So like I think you're right on that. Like if they would have put more cap pressure, they could have like spread Jack out, and that'd probably be one of the only ways they could have won that. But still, I think that FHS wins their defense, personally.
I think they will too. And again, like you said, I can't remember Jack's AFK winning an attack on Sand River. Again, could be wrong. I just don't remember them. I remember them getting attack, I think, in a couple of tiebreakers and not being able to pull it out. And I mean, we'll see here in a second, but they are in a, I mean, I think, again, they started tonight 1 point ahead of everyone, but getting this to a tiebreaker would probably alleviate a lot of pressure overall with the team, right? I'm not sure exactly how all the math ends with the last couple of matches, but that would certainly be good. Just getting a result, because it also means another team didn't get 3 points at minimum. But knowing the players on Jags, okay, they want to win. They definitely want to win. We'll see here in a moment as we get into the next round. I think in a moment here. But has anything stood out to you? Like, FHS, in my mind, on Himmelsdorf in particular, they did not run anything that they'd been running. From what I can remember. I guess their attack was kind of normal, but attacks tend to be normal. But Jack is AK running a very different defense on Himmelsdorf. That much is certain.
That's true.
And this was a different defense.
They ran like a turtle and they came out. You know, when they needed to.
And a different defense on Sand River, bringing the Sturv and not committing all the way down to K0. Not that they were a team that did that a lot, but playing a little bit more consolidated, it felt like, on Sand River.
And as we get into the tank La Pix, Jack is AFK bringing an IS-7, Badchat, CS-63, Object 277, and Kronwagen with one more tank to go. While FHS brings a Superconch, 2 VZs, a 113, a Superconch, and a T100. And it looks like that last tank is gonna be
maybe a T100. I don't think that they're a team that's gonna like doing
great value. 260, a 277. No play. Actually, I feel like a 277.
My initial reaction is that they are going to do something similar to what Flare did. They're just gonna say, let's just get north now. Double really? Yeah, I think it's let's get the 277s north. Like, let's not mess around.
So they're gonna do like the north break camp. We push hard.
Potentially, yeah.
Hopefully it's not.
That's what it screams to me with double 277s.
Right. Hopefully it's not akin to. Hopefully it's not akin to that steps game, because that's straight copium, right? If you think about that steps game where FHS just like we're like, oh, we could just like push in and we win these on steps. It was like, no. So if like Jack tries to do the same thing, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because to be honest with you,
main issue is that double Super Conqueror, double VZ are very good at receiving a push if they're able to consolidate.
I mean, I feel like the 277s are really interesting picks. Like you were saying, like whenever it's a timing thing, I think it has to be a timing thing, because I feel like IS-7s are better on this map.
They are really strong. That little extra degree of depression too, like makes. It doesn't seem like it should, but it does make a big difference. And the armor profile, again, it doesn't seem like the armor profile should be that much better, but I don't know what it is in this game. But the IS-7 on certain maps and certain positions, it's just a lot. It's a lot harder to pen the dang thing. It's a lot easier for it to hide that lower plate, and it's just.
Knight's sitting there because 113 side to gun depression is a meme, and he's probably gonna be sitting there, and he can kind of poke a little bit and actually get hold down on that ridge.
On the sides. It's not -8, yeah, -7.
And it was -8. I think over the
front. That would be nuts. It's a very odd tank nowadays. I liked the changes they did back in the day when they actually increased its gun depression on the sides, simply because it was like that was kind of unique. There weren't a lot of tanks that kind of had that type of.
Koma always playing the really like, you go here and be by yourself and die. It's positions.
And I definitely misread it, because they went heavy south at the beginning, and it maybe just be to get Koma into position before they flex out and try to figure out where they want to push.
Oh wow, he poked that just like nonchalantly. I don't know if he got lit. Maybe Chase lit him right there?
Could have. I don't know if Chase was like up top yet or not. But Koma didn't seem to like wait to go dark there, so I'm guessing that he was not spotted.
We're looking over at the hump, and they're going to proxy light each other soon here. Gonna proxy Knight soon. Oh, he lights Demonic. And there we go. No Knight. Now they know where 2 tanks are out of 6. They're gonna poke there and try to get shots. Knight kind of turning around like, maybe... No, he's just kind of just chilling.
And Chase hanging out there, giving the eyes the other
Coma
way.
actually went for that. Knight just kind of ignored him and... Ooh, look at Ox. Ox trying to pick Knight like Coma got picked last game.
He gets a shot into Demonic, and he's super conquered. Demonic's not going to be able to play there.
Oh my god, that's actually really interesting. I think Knight is there in the 113 because it's like lower. You know, like it's shorter than IS-7. Yeah, it's like low profile, so like he can't get shots from mid.
They're going straight for Knight.
Whoa, but this is a really interesting play.
Coma
taking a lot of shots.
And they're going to have a hard time actually picking Knight because that rock is just keeping him safe. So they're going to have to swivel their guns elsewhere and try to suppress the Super Conqueror so that Coma can get into a fight with him.
And he's so small. This is such a Knight thing. Like he knew he like Knight is the kind of guy that would know this. He'd be like, actually, the 113 could play hold down there and actually be behind the rock perfectly. It's just short enough. You know what I mean? Like he just knows stuff like that. It's insane. You know, he's like, it's really hard to pick. It's way harder to pick than an IS-7. So he's staying alive a lot longer than I'm pretty sure they anticipated, which is good, right? Because I think Coma was already picked at this point.
I like the 113 there because if they have to flex out of that position, the 113 is so much faster and agile.
I mean, look, and he's trading really well with Coma.
1v1.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was IS-7 versus IS-7, you may have seen Coma just drive in, but the fact that it's 113, he just doesn't win in a 1v1, just DPM war. And, ooh, that shot from very ricocheting, but Captain Jack's connecting. There's very slim shots on parts of the turret.
And look, he's so, like, slim. He's so small, like, width-wise, that he's actually able to kind of hide behind that rock. And him and Coma have just been in this 1v1, giving his team some time to kind of come out, and Chase is going really, really hard around.
Really wide,
probably going to encounter the bat chat.
Can't be caught by the bat, but
Fishy and Vova are looking to pick Ox.
They're just going to try to go straight for Ox.
Oh, Flounder going over first.
These 3 tanks, half the team has been... 4 tanks have been spotted the entire time. It's just a bat.
And now the first kill is Knight, but Ox coming seconds after. It took him a long time to get that kill off. Jack is AFK, is up on HP, but only having 3 minutes left in this scenario on Sand River.
I missed that bleed. And now Demonic goes down.
Demonic going down. I'm guessing
being bled during that whole engagement is really bad for them. They needed to, like, losing the 113 is one thing, but losing the Super Conqueror as well.
I think he got. I think he was just trying to keep pressure to keep Knight alive. I think they still have this because of time. Because
there's 3 minutes left.
But Chase being on the offside and messing up that bat chat, the bat chat on the CS. Like, I mean, literally, if you think about it this way. They don't have enough tanks to, like, pressure Cap properly and keep Chase away, right?
Yeah, Floppy's going to just start looking for
And it looks like the bat chat is going to be the one to start the Cap.
Yeah, Brett will get on the Cap, which is right. He's at 600 HP. He's a 2-shot for Chase with his 300 alpha. So, and him coming to help Floppy isn't going to apply much
Floppy literally has to play his heart out here. When the VZs come in, the 277s have the full counter.
Coming.
Yeah.
And if the VZs land their clips on a Floppy, oh boy. If there's just 2 shells here.
Did Floppy light them? No. Okay. Oh, here we go.
So. But now.
And they were looking to... If Floppy gets baited into the VZs, I feel like... Oh, 2 on Cap. That might be game.
Floppy's playing this masterfully. He's not quite gone for it, but he still could be caught out, and now he's going
he tries to get the ram. Oh, 3 on Cap, and Flounder's the only one that can get resets.
Has to just get some resets here. He has to just poke really high. He has to just keep blinding away. Brett is in the most predictable position, too. And now that you see Coma driving forward, you know where it's going to go. And Very actually shooting at the offside.
Oh my gosh, Coma taking the shot. He literally ate the shot that would have lost them the game, practically. And Flounder not able to get the resets, and that's it. Jack actually wins on attack. Holy smokes!
Brett was on the inside the whole time and never got blinded a single time.
Wow.
Well done by Jack as AFK. And well done by Floppy as well. My God, he is still alive after all of that.
That is insane. I mean, they fell for the bait. Floppy was baiting. The VZs thought that they could kill him. but he was baiting.
And the VZs were just so far away from the cap at that point. They needed to stay on that mid-range line.
I mean, literally, the VZs, if the VZs didn't stop, I have no idea who would have won that, right?
Why didn't the VZs just go to the mid-range line, actually? Why did they go so far north?
I don't know, because the shots would have been better if they would have went middle as well, and they could have just they could have took the ramp, right, and just YOLO. So I don't know. I mean, I know if they took the ramp and went down, I know the Super Conk would have had a shot, right? Or sorry, not Super Conk. Wait, no. Wait, was Coma still alive at that point?
Coma,
yeah, he was.
Yeah, Coma was
they had somebody on the who? They have somebody on the offside. Was it a 277? No, they had nobody on the offside, right? Against Flounder
just had
at that
Barry
moment.
And Coma.
Yeah. No, so yeah, I don't know.
No, and Captain Jack. No, I forgot Captain Jack. Coma was the one that got on the cap at the end.
Right.
Barry got on the cap at the end. Captain Jack was somewhere.
Oh yeah, Captain Jack was on the rocks. Yeah. I knew there was somebody up there, so he would have got shots and maybe lights if they would have went down on the ramp. But I think they had to. They would have had to just go. But I think they would have lost it anyways
because they were too far away from the cap. All they had to do is just not let the cap go.
But I think what they should have done to win that is they should have had Chase actually full run, and the VZs kill somebody, kill Brett. If they would have got 2 tanks, if they would have killed 2 tanks, it would have been really hard for them to cap. Does that make sense? Because then Flounder could have came in as well and then ran down the time.
You know, the other thing I remember from Sand River, so you know how they did that play to pick Ox? The one mistake I think they did is, so those 277s were lit for a while, the I7s lit for a while, like you know where 3 guns are and you know where Ox is. The only 2 guns that you don't know are the BAT and the CS. The main issue is that their play was the same,
right,
2 minutes earlier than what they did it. They had to kind of make that play sooner, not wait for Knight to get bled, not wait for Demonic to get bled,
right,
the whole time. They had to if they made that play 2 minutes earlier, the game changes because now they've initiated this whole thing, and Knight's also not dead and Demonic's not dead. Where now the 277s and stuff have to push, but that's kind of an issue where you kind of think that their positions are safe, but they're not. They eventually just, when multiple firing lines get onto Demonic spot, like he just eventually can't get safe anymore. But maybe it's just, FHS aren't as comfortable in Sand River as well. Right. Jack AFK played it really well. I mean, it's Sand River attack. It's not an easy attack win, and they did what they had to do to win, and they brought it to a tiebreaker, and I'm sure they're breathing a